Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Heavens of Sorcery. So we're picking back up, pretty much right after last episode. I went ahead and cooked up some meat for us, and of course last episode we went to the dungeons, saw what those were about, got the items that we needed. Now we're going to push into either the Aether or the Misty World. I think I'm going to go to the Misty World first. And I'm going to be carrying this in my offhand a bit today, just to get the mending effect to go up on it, get it kind of restored up and everything. Alright, there's our block of gold. We'll go ahead and snag that. And then we are going to need to get two other blocks. We're going to have to do these two rituals here. We're going to have to get a couple pieces of metamorphic taiga stone. We're going to need a glass bottle, and we're going to need a pasture seed. I'm not sure how we make pasture seeds. Mortar and pestle. We can do a mortar and pestle. Okay, so we gotta start. We get a little bit of root stuff available to us I guess we've had it available. Let's go ahead and do that. There was something holding me back, and I can't recall what it was from roots. I remember looking at it a bit back, and I was like, oh, I want to start roots, but I think it's mainly nature's aura that's holding us back. What do we need to make a pestle? And then I'm going to look at nature's aura, because it might be that we could actually start doing some of this stuff. Cobblestone and diorite. Diorite is cobblestone with quartz slivers. And then if we just take a pasture seed, put that in there, right click it, we're going to get our pasture seed. So there's that. And I'm just going to put this in here for now. Now let me pull up nature's aura. It looks like we're going to need Bewitchment before we can start that, as well as black dye. So let's pull up Bewitchment then. Actually, I remember there being some kind of crazy stuff we need for Bewitchment, like getting the cauldron, stuff like that. We need to get silver. So we're going to have to mine it from somewhere, I suppose. That's everything. So let's go ahead and get this stuff crafted out real quick. There's one of them. And oh, there it is. Presto. And then we're going to throw in this stuff. And get our other one. So what we're going to do is where do I want to set this up at? I'm going to say we'll just set it back like here. And then on the upper side, yeah, the mossy stone goes on the bottom. Gold block on top. The weathered stone there. Boom. Oh, thank you for that. Let me tidy this up real quick. And I'm going to keep everything I've got on in my inventory on me. So we'll just go ahead, drop that in. Drop that in. Oh, thanks for that. You destroyed my quartz stairs. And now if we walk into this, or right click it, or yeah, it's going to take, yeah, there we go. It takes a second to load up. Okay, so now we got the Mistborn, and I do see Enderman, and what was that speed you just showcased? We did get a Sharpness 5 book and 30 gold ingots, so that's cool. Looking at this horrible sight, I'm going to pop back in here. We do have a diamond chestplate. What's it take to make an anvil? By chance. Plus I want to look at the quest book in relative peace. A ton of iron. Just an absolute ton of the stuff. Default recipe though, so there is that. I've got this. There's two, and let me get what iron berries I've got. Let me go make some more. Yeah, I'll just take the shortcut. I'm really glad we got the balloon though, because now I can jump over fences without issue. So let's go ahead. This one's got knockback resistance. This one has armor toughness. That's not terrible. We'll go ahead and enchant that. And enchant that. And then can I add these two together? Sharpness 5, sweeping edge 3. We're going to need 12 levels for that, though. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this sword with me till we get up to 12 levels, and then I will swap it in, I think. Let's go ahead and throw that on. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I feel like that Enderman is taller than normal. I'm probably just crazy, but for some reason I do feel like he is rather tall. A lot of Endermen in this place. A lot of just mobs in general, of course, but... And bones are now really easy to get for us. So there is that. I'd like to get looting on this. May try to push for an enchanting table before too long. What is this structure over here? Nothing. It is nothing. Oh, I need to check the quest book also. I do see a beehive up there. But, let's see. Adept's Magics. Metallic Transition. Take care in this place. The mist is a great risk to one's personal health. Unfortunately, the path to making it safer means risking the danger. You're going to need to harvest a material known as niobium, which can be found as an ore on the cliffs around the mist. Fortunately, the mist ebbs and flows with daylight and is at its lowest at night, allowing careful collection of this precious ore, though that's to speak nothing of the other dangers of this realm. Take care, my child. And then note, unlike foggy stone and most other materials here, a niobium ore can be harvested with any pickaxe. Alright, and I think, yeah, we're not going to be able to harvest this. We are going to need the actual Misty World picks. So, let's see. That's the one we're going to need. We're going to have to get our niobium pick to be able to mine that. Okay. So, we could possibly spot some. Filter coal, we're not going to be able to mine it. But it is possible that we could spot some down here along the edges. I do see like some iron, it looks like, over here. Alright. So we have one of these. We might actually pull some pretty decent loot out of here, so it's definitely worth popping inside. I need to grab that bow and put it in my offhand. Now, how do I get up there? Do tell. Please do tell. But I guess probably the best way to do this is just going to be pillar up, I think. Sometimes there's like stairs or different little things hidden that you can't see unless you move to like a certain angle or something like that. But I'm thinking... And these are dimensional doors, by the way. The dimensional doors mod. Alright, so yeah. There we go. Oh, a block of diamond. I will take it. That's actually a pretty nice find, not gonna lie. It looks like there's nowhere else to go, though. It seems like. So I'm just gonna, I guess, pop out of here. A lot of times there'll be like doors kind of linked together. Oh, nighttime is hitting, it would seem. Okay, so at this point we're gonna pop down into the evil mist as the sun begins to set. We've got to get ourselves a decent amount of niobium because we're gonna have to make tools and stuff to be able to mine this stuff, and we're also gonna need it for some other things too. If I recall, I believe it's required for some of the breathing equipment to actually be able to go down in the mist. And the mist is like, that's one reason I always wanted to include this mod in Tales, and I was really excited whenever it was re-released and updated and everything. But then the Cascading World Gen lag thing was still there, and when I was trying to run it in Tales, it was just, it made everything run abysmally whenever I'd go into the dimension. So it was originally going to have some really terrifying mobs down in the mist, and it was going to be kind of an in-game sort of dimension that kind of revolved around dragons, was my original intention, but didn't quite work out that way. Alright. Now, you can also just mine into the walls and things, like just start digging in, but I was really hoping to spot some on the edge, is kind of what I was looking for, so I think we can compact these, correct? Yes, we can, into Misty World of Cobblestone. There we go. Ah. Alright. Metallic transition. And we have our niobium. Whoa! Okay. Oh, I think we got 10 from a quest. That's right. So we could smelt that and get niobium ingots, and then we can make our niobium pick, which will allow us to mine resources and things in this area. And this stuff's better than iron, but not as good as diamond, basically. So now there's the just breathe. Now that you've got niobium, oh, we get a pickaxe. You can use it to help protect yourself from the corrosion of the mist. Firstly, use it to make a pickaxe. Oh, okay. Which can cleave through the foggy stone with ease and has the finesse to collect other misty ores. Of these, the most important is filter coal, which, when placed in a respirator, allows one to safely breathe in the mist. Oh, I'm looking at this as if it was the reward. Let's go get this stuff smelted up real quick. And actually, can I go ahead and just chunk load this area out? Like my entire base? Because I'm not going to stay here while this stuff smelts up. I've got what I need to get the pick. So we're good to go. And what does it take to make the respirator? Leather, a couple niobium. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And that. There's our open leather respirator. So you can see we have impermeability 85%. That means it's going to keep most everything out. Respirator's not the end-all be-all for breathing down in the mist, but it's going to be kind of our initial thing that we can get. So, all right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some filter coal. There we go. There's some filter coal. Ooh, saltpeter. Ooh, iron. Not worried about that stuff right now. Not with mobs everywhere. There we go. There's our filter coal. And now, if I had to guess, they're going to send us down into the mist. I'm going to pop down here and escape these mobs for just a moment. White out with your respirator equipped, it should be safe enough to enter the mist. Be wary of the durability of your filter coal, though, lest it run out, leaving you stranded. It may be wise to carry a block of filter coal, as it will filter a small localized area when placed, giving you a window in which to swap out the filter in the respirator. And then burnout, the rocks here are also well suited to making a slightly more specialized furnace. In this furnace, combustion of fuels is incomplete and will result in ash. Under most circumstances, this would be of little use, but right now ash is an important ingredient for fighting the more harmful effects of the mist. Okay, so what they want us to do is enter the mist. Okay, and they want us to we can make a block of filter coal. Not going to worry about that right this second. Shift right click. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put some filter coal in there. Now we've got efficiency 72.25%, level of pollution 0, and it's got filter coal in it. And then we can just right click that. And if you want to access it, there it is. There's just like a little button up here to click. So at this point we can now go down into the mist. And I did see some niobium over on this side. I'd like to go ahead and just see about grabbing that maybe. Well, sometimes this gravel will fall and you will fall down with it. We just finished the whiteout because we have entered the mist. Okay, now really quick, let's go ahead. Shroomish. Deep within the mist there appears to be some basic plant life. Mushrooms specifically. Those multicolored ones do appear to have similar properties to flower petals I've studied in the past. I recommend you gather some if my theory is right. They will be immensely useful. All colors count for this task. Then I'm reading this quick because we're dying slowly. Rub-a-dub, having delved into the mist further now, you may notice your skin is a bit itchy. Unfortunately, while respirators protect your lungs, the mist doesn't do much for your skin either. Fortunately, a bath can solve this. Water alone will clear chemical pollution slowly, but soap clears it much faster, so have a good scrub. And then detox time. If you dared to enter the mist without the protections of a respirator, you may feel a bit ill due to the sheer toxicity of the mist. Thankfully, experimentation in my youth led me to discover 6 edibles which can counter this toxicity. I suggest that you eat one, so we have to eat any of these. But let's go ahead and go down and see about finding just some botania mushrooms. And we're going to go all the way down here to the very bottom. And there we go. So we finished the quest, Shroomish. And we got some white shimmering petals. So I'm assuming that we could probably start kind of directing our attention a little bit to botania at this point. I'm going to go ahead and just try to grab a nice variety of these. And did we get any new? Yeah. There we go. Pure daisy. getting into that. But I want to go ahead and just push on a little bit deeper while we're already down here. And you can see at the bottom right, underneath my mana bar, you can see our filter coal is steadily losing durability. It does last for a little bit. And I know they talk about doing the block. We'll probably do that at some point. I just don't have a crafting table on me to actually make it at the moment, so I'm not too concerned about it, truth be told. I don't plan on spending that long down here, because we'll probably make our way out of this place before too long. And these are like the sponge mushrooms. So we got foggy sponge spores, we got dirty fibers, and foggy sponge meat, which we can eat, and then we got dirty foggy sponges. Sometimes you'll find big forests of them. Now it seems like there's not much down here in this mod pack. It's fine. This stuff right here is toxic. If you jump into it, you can see we're going to start taking damage. Yeah, and that's pretty much the mist. And there's mushrooms down here, don't forget it. I'll go ahead and just grab a little bit more of that. Okay, so we got that stuff. Then they want us to make the pure daisy. They want us to get some detox items and do that. Let's go ahead, actually. We're going to pop back in. And I might as well just leave it on, I guess. It's not going to consume anything while it's on unless I'm down. I don't think it does, unless I'm down in the mist. So, but let's go ahead. The detox items, what all are there? There is gold mushrooms, silver mushrooms, tender fungus, stone tree berries, night berries, and desert fish swim bladders. What is this little structure here? We have a ceramic urn inside of it with lapis and gold. Let me just go ahead and dump some of this stuff into there. Okay, so over here, I'm going to go ahead and just start gathering up some of this foggy stone. Just a little bit more, because this one quest for the burnout, we're going to have to make a furnace. Actually, we've got enough rocks. It's just 8 rocks, basically, for this. It's actually really, really cheap to craft it. I'm going to go ahead and grab just a little bit of this iron ore, though. And while we're here, I'd like to go ahead and just finish up the... what does it take to make soap? Ash, tallow or beeswax, and then saltpeter. I actually passed up some saltpeter. And there's a beehive over here. I do need to grab that, I suppose, while we're here. Saltpeter, iron, filter coal, all that stuff you can just find along these edges pretty regularly. And then niobium, of course, being down around the mist layer, more or less. So, and you can make, one thing worth mentioning, your respirator, you can take that and you can add leather and make the leather respirator. You can see the impermeability goes up by 5%, but you're not going to be able to eat while you're wearing that. It's going to be a little bit more effective down in the mist, but you're not going to be able to eat, so it's kind of up to you, you know, if that's something... If that's something that's worth doing in your particular instance. But still looking for detox items. I have a feeling it's going to take us a little while to get these, unfortunately. We can hunt deer, though, I guess, while we're here. We'll just load up on some leather and venison. Just while we're crossing through, I really need to be holding this, I suppose. We'll go ahead and snag that. And that way we can set up a rustic beehive, get the beeswax that we need, and all will be right with the world. And there is different biomes within this dimension. Usually they're segmented basically on islands. So this is, well, technically this is a desert. Oh, there's aloe vera here. Let me grab that. It's actually quite a useful herb. Seems like a lot of our overworld stuff we're going to be able to find here. So that's good. But this is more of a savanna type area. And there'll be different islands. You know, one will be like a winter. We could get snow here, for example. We could find a snow biome. It might take us a while, but we could possibly find one. There gosh, I hate cave spiders. I didn't bring my shovel with me. But down here, you will notice we have a little dungeon. And inside of here, we've got some bones. We've got ash. Toss some of this stuff into here really quick just to free us up some inventory space. We've got ash. And we've got remains. And let's go ahead and pop back out. Also, any soil and stuff you collect, there will be stats on like soils and sands and all that stuff. For example, the sand I picked up, I can't pull it up right now, but it's dry. And like if you want to get into like farming or anything like that, different soil qualities are going to basically impact crop growth and stuff at different, you know, kind of variable amounts and stuff. So something to bear in mind. Like the sand that I picked up was dry. There's another one of those. I might pop in there for the night. Stop it. Luckily, whenever I take damage, I move like super fast. But one of the things I was wanting to show you is right up here. One of the mob types within this dimension. There's a lot of new mobs. They're all really strangely creepy. But you can see right here, this is a caravan. There's a caravan creature. We're going to go ahead and kill it. Because we're cruel people. Like that. We got some leather. And we got some caravan meat. Hey, thanks for that. Hey, I didn't do anything to you. I don't think. I must have looked at him or something. I mean, a desert, there's a few things that can spawn up in the desert, so it's possible we could find something. I'm seeing a lot of aloe vera, but it's not really what I'm looking for. And I'm seeing a number of these. They might be worth popping into. We did get a diamond block out of the last one. Wow, there's actually one over there, and there's also one over there as well. Oh, gosh. There we go. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I don't know if I really want to jump down in that. It's probably not bad, but yeah, we'll go ahead. Okay. Yeah, we got 4 chests. We got Diary of the Doomed. First edition. What is this? Go investigate the labyrinth rifts, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Okay. Nothing else in there. Diamond nether quartz. And we got some fabric of reality. Over here we got world threads, which we can make a variety of different things, like the armors. And we can also make... I was thinking we could make the blocks with this, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and grab that. Sentient sword. Whoa. Well, we're going to take it. We are. Diary of the Doomed, first edition. Is this the same thing? Go investigate the labyrinth rifts, they said. It'll be fine, they said. But see, it doesn't really have anything in here, so. But I do kind of want to keep one of them at least. Let's go ahead and just, I guess, put away a couple of these things. I'm really kind of excited about that sentient sword, though. For sure. Emeralds and another sentient sword. Okay. I think we're starting to get to where we can start into mods now. It's seeming like. Now, one thing I want to do real quick. I'm still putting some things up, but let me go ahead. Just do that. Craft. There's our furnace, our Misty World furnace. I'm just going to dump it there. It works a little bit differently. It's all discussed within this right here. So basically, we can toss in fuel. We can open or close it. You have to use flint and steel to start it. I've got some flint and steel. Let me grab me just grab a piece of charcoal. So if we throw this in, like right now it's open, that's closed. If I take it and I light it now, it's going to take that coal and it's going to start burning it and building up heat within this. And then we can take that and close it. You'll see that it burns through that a lot faster, but it's not going to let heat out. So we'll go ahead and light that. You can see it's going to burn up this heat, or it's going to burn up this coal. And if we take this right now and we set it to close, it's going to start smelting that iron ore for us. I'm going to go ahead and set it to open. I'm not really interested in smelting the iron ore. Really, I don't even need the ash, truth be told, because we did find some in... in that one thing, and we are going to use it to make soap. But, yeah, if you want to make ash, there you go, basically. And it will store up heat, which you can close it off to kind of keep that heat and then smelt your items. But yeah, there we go. There's some ash. Now, if we open up the book here, I think we've already, we finished the burnout quest. Now, Rub-a-Dub, they want us to make some soap. And to do that, I am going to have to make an apiary. Well, actually, I think I've got some honeycombs, which I can turn into beeswax. So we could go ahead and make it. But I do want to go ahead and make a apiary, though. Just so that we've got it. I'm assuming that I can use wisdom wood. No, can't use wisdom wood. That's cool. Can I use some ironwood? There we go. And let me just go ahead, grab a couple sticks. And I'm going to get that smelting up. 1 bee, of course, from rustic, and you pretty much have infinite bees from rustic. By the way, there will be a way to go from here to there a little bit later, but not just yet. So we'll go ahead and just throw that down there, throw that bee in. It'll slowly start producing additional bees and honeycomb, and the more bees that there are, the faster it produces bees and honeycomb. So there's that. But saltpeter, ash, and beeswax, and we can make soap, which we now have all of that available to us. Oh, and we got some ash from that quest. And that way we can wash off some of this toxicity and deal with that. Grab our beeswax, throw these 3 together, and there is some soap. And we got some tallow as a reward from that quest. Okay. And if we want to use this soap, which I'm going to go ahead and just use it, all we have to do is just jump in some water. Now this will slowly heal our toxicity, but then we can just take this and just scrub. And there we go. All of our toxicity is gone. A little bit of durability to the soap. Not a big deal. But that whole bar up there at the top left is now gone. So that's good. Okay, now I still have to get the dreaded toxicity, or the dreaded detox items. So I'm going to go ahead and pop back in, see if we can come across some of those, I guess. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the Misty World quest, and then we'll have Botania opened up. And I still need to do the Aether stuff, which is probably the next thing we're going to do. Maybe. Or we might just go ahead and start into Botania. I don't know. I don't know how far we'll be able to go into Botania, but at the same time, starting Aether and getting out of the way would open up a few things for us too, I believe. Okay, let's go ahead and throw our enchantment on here, because we do have the means to do so now. But what I want to do right now is I just want to pop down here and I want to grab just a bit of this lichen. Because there's one thing, I don't know if we'll really need it as we move forward in the pack. I don't know if we'll need it a whole lot or anything. But I do want to get a little bit of this. And I might grab some more mushrooms while I'm down here also. Okay, after running around a little bit, I did find a second snowy biome that has plenty of stone trees in it. I actually got, on the last little slot in the shulker box, you can see, I did get a sapling. If you want a sapling, you just need to cut kind of the small little limbs here, like right there. Cut those, and there's a minuscule chance that you'll get a sapling. That's one thing I don't like about Misty World, is their saplings and stuff are just crazy rare. Not to mention, of course, you have to grow everything based on climate and all that. So, for the most part, trying to grow anything or do anything with saplings is kind of a nightmare. But I just wanted to get a sapling. I've been looking, and I haven't seen any with berries on them, though. which of course is what we're after. For berries, I've already grabbed a few of them, but if we go over to like one of these trees, they're super common normally. You'll see them kind of growing on the side. You just right click and you'll get them off. But since this is a detox item, I don't really know why, but the detox items they're just annoyingly rare. For no real reason, I don't think. Because if you just hang out, like my detox or my like that top left bar there with the skull, that's your toxicity, and it just passively goes down. Like there's not even really a point to these detox items in my opinion, and they don't seem to be used to craft anything in this pack. So I think they will passively grow. So one option is we could chunk load the area and come back later and maybe have berries on them. Perhaps. I mean, if you look up there, I mean, there's pine cones all over those. But these, not quite. I'm going to go ahead and chunk load that. I'm going to pop around this biome. I did see some other stone trees. I'm just going to see if any of them have seeds on them. Oh, there's a yak here. A wolder. I'm going to go ahead and kill it. I know it's terrible of me. But, oh, what's this one? Is there anything inside of here? Nothing. This one we've got remains. Some sulfur. And hey, a snow flea. Hey! Thank you for that. This one we have gold remains, iron, and bones. Cool. We can actually make those urns, by the way, and we probably will. I guess I could grab these, even though I'm like out of inventory space at the moment. But we can make those urns and paint them and everything, which we will do. They make nice little storage things. Also worth mentioning, just really quick, actually I'm probably just going to wait this out through the night, just so I don't have to deal with mobs. Might just AFK. But one thing to note, I think it's I. Yeah, it's I by default. You do have your skills here. I'll go ahead and mention these. We will talk a little bit more about these later, once we actually start getting into taming and breeding and all that fun stuff. But you do have some skills here. And there will be a kind of a spotlight tutorial on this mod coming out before too long, because I know it's rather awkward because there's like no documentation whatsoever for this mod. But you do have a couple of skills here where you have meat cutting. The more you kill mobs, the better your meat cutting skill gets, and the higher your meat cutting. It's kind of works kind of like looting, so you're going to get additional drops. Taming, all the different mobs within the Misty world, you can tame and breed them and all that. So this will get experience as we tame and breed mobs from the Misty world, and we'll get better at it because it's not like a for sure kind of thing when it comes to taming. So we'll definitely get a mount and everything from this mod. Not today, but at a later time we will. Once we can move mobs around, it'll be a little bit more useful for us. Okay, really good news. There's our stone trees, right? I just popped over to take a look around while I had those chunk loaded. I think, don't quote me on it, but I think the leaves will produce over time. I know that the trees will grow and the forests will expand and stuff like that over time, because it's really dynamic the way that the Misty World forests expand and die off and grow and all that. Anyways, I popped over just over the mist here, and because it was just a short flight to this little bit of land here, and right here, it was literally, I just started like running in here just to see. Jungle biomes can have the gold mushrooms. So it's gold mushrooms you can find in the jungles. I know desert savannas, you can find the fish sometimes, like in the clay lakes. I haven't found any. The night berries are in swamps, can only be harvested at night. The cold biomes have the stone trees, but the gold mushroom, we found that. Let's grab it and let's eat this thing. Oh, I'm not hungry. That's fine. I gotta pop over to the stone trees anyway and get rid of my chunk load, so it's not a big deal. Thing is, there's really no benefit, I don't feel like, to these things. Like, honestly, if there wasn't a quest for them, I wouldn't have gathered them. Because of the fact that that toxicity will just run down on its own, and you really don't have to spend much time in the mist, really, in the misty world. At least not in this pack. You know, there's nothing really down there to give you a whole lot of reason, I don't feel like, to go down there. So let's grab our soured soil. And just in case we have a need for this later, I don't know that we will, but just in case that we do. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and plant these spores onto the soured soil. That way they can start growing. So if we do need the spores from down in the mist, we've got them, we can farm them. So unless we have to go down there for that acid, I don't know if it's used for anything. Acid bucket doesn't look like it's used for anything, so unless we just have to go down there for like some mushrooms, I don't think that we'll have any need for going down in the mist anymore, like at all. So I may go ahead and just scrub myself also. And I did get a good variety of different rustic plants, and we can eat now, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this thing. There we go, detox time. We got nausea, poison 3, hunger 4, mining fatigue. It's awful. Awful stuff. Let's see. What do we have left in here? Oh, airborne. But we got all that done. So all we have left is in bloom at the moment, which of course is starting into some botania. So that's actually pretty exciting. We do need the cobblestone and the foggy oak wood to get living wood in this pack. Okay, let me go ahead and plant some of these. I want to start moving into some better foods before too long. So we'll do like onions there, peanuts, garlic, and then up here we're going to do ginger. I still gotta get potatoes. I'm gonna do beetroots here. And then I'll do like carrots, potatoes, and then a couple other things. There's lots of different crops in this pack. Not to the level of like Pam's, but there is quite a few different crops. I do still have a little bit of toxicity, but it'll naturally wear down. You can see like those detox items, they're not even that great. They don't even like heal that much of your toxicity. It's just terrible. I feel like they're way too rare to not even be all that useful, to be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and just get ourselves some cobblestone. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of it into cobblestone. I've got a brown mushroom because I've got an extra one of those, even though I think, let's see, Endo Flames are going to require 2 brown. So that may not be the best option. Let's actually go with blue, because I've got a couple blues also. I think Metamorphosis is going to be something we need to rush pretty quick. I don't think I can... Well, actually, I know I can't turn these into petals. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves a Petal Apothecary. And then the quest also wants us to get a Pure Daisy. I know it's about wrapping up point. We're just about to end up for today. I just want to go ahead and get this... what did I do with my buckets? I think I put them up. And we will go to the Aether before too terribly long, but I do want to maybe go ahead and start into actually a magic mod. That would be nice. So there we go. Throw all 4 of those in there. We got 150 carved Araucaria. Interesting. And then light gray shimmering mushrooms and brown shimmering mushrooms. And then mana management. When things are placed around that Pure Daisy, it will use the ambient mana to purify them, transforming them into something else. If this is done with wood logs and foggy stones, harvested from the Misty World, it will turn them into living wood and living rock, respectively. These materials are, as such, attuned to the mana in the atmosphere and can be used to focus and direct it for more refined uses. To get started, use some more mushrooms to make an Endo Flame, which coalesces mana from burning furnace fuels. Drop nearby This will need to be linked to a mana spreader, which should in turn be pointed at a mana pool. For finer control of linking, a Wand of the Forest may be required. So they want us to get an Endo Flame, mana spreader, mana pool, and Wand of the Forest at this point. Okay, I just want to, for right now, we're going to end out the episode, but we're going to start pushing Botania in the next episode. But we can go ahead, and for the living wood, umbrella tree wood, it seems like any kind, I think the carved Arachria would work also. Yeah, it seems to be working. So we can just place that around basically any kind of, which I've got a lot of wood types. I think I've got a bit of stone tree, I've got some foggy pine, I've got some umbrella tree, so we should be good on that. And the Endo Flame is 2 brown, a red, and a light gray, which I do have. Let me go ahead and get an Endo Flame. There we go. And we got our living rock. Let's go ahead and just get a little simple mana system up and going real quick. Just so I can start generating some mana between episodes. The mana pool is just living rock. Let me go ahead and get some more of that. Toss down. Grab our living wood, and I'll get a little bit more of that going also. I already feel like I need another pure daisy. What's it take to make the Metamorphosis? Or not Metamorphosis, the Jaded Amaranthus. We're going to have to get up to the Rune of Spring. That's actually not too bad. We can probably push that next episode without too much issue, I should imagine. I'll go ahead and get some more. I'm going to need a lot of living wood at the moment. But we can go ahead and get our mana pool. And what does it take to make a spreader? Gold and basically any kind of mushroom will work. Let's go ahead, just place that out. Light gray, that's fine. There's our mana spreader. Advancement made, mana management. Oh wow, it takes niobium to get mana steel. Necropearls to get mana pearls. Wow. Well, I'm not going to make a Wand of the Forest if I don't have to. Just because I don't necessarily have to have one right now. And I'll just be wasting mushrooms. Oh, and we got some more Endo Flames too. That's good. So we can go ahead and set those up. And the next quest they have us doing is don't leak the lead. Iron, gold, both are useful metals in their own right, but lack many of the properties necessary to practice. Some of the more refined magics, most others were lost, but with mana powder, it should be possible to recreate small quantities of them. For now, let's prioritize copper and lead. The mana crafts, I'll tell you what. So mana powder, magma block, and iron dust gives us 3 copper. Mana powder, acre petals from aether, and iron dust gives us 3 lead ingots. And it requires a pool of at least 6 buckets of mana, of liquid mana. Oh god. And then 10 is ice stone, iron dust, and mana powder from aether. So we're pretty much going to have to go to aether except for like copper. 10 is not required to complete the quest. Okay. But of course now we can start producing mana. Oh, it's not detecting it. Why are you not detecting it? So I'm actually going to need to get a Wand of the Forest. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, it's overshooting it right now. There we go. And just really quickly, what's it take to make the mana powder? It's standard. Pretty much any kind of powdered material will work. And this takes luminous crafting table. Okay, we won't be able to push for the Jaded Amaranthus too quickly, I don't think. But if we get ourselves some marble, we can do it. But anyways, we'll look at that next episode. I'm going to go ahead and end this one out here. Next episode, we're going to be pushing Botania, though, I think. To do that, it seems like it's revving up for embers, if I had to guess, judging by this quest. But I think we're going to have to pop into the aether before we can really push on. It says the aether takes us close to the stars, and who knows what effects the mist has on the floor there. So that's probably going to lead into the astral sorcery stuff, I imagine, which will allow us to probably push Botania a bit further. So we may have to pop into the aether next episode and spend an episode or two there. I think. But anyways, we'll get to that next episode. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.